The moment money is involved,
everything starts getting blurred.
Internet friends are not your friends. They're not.
Why are you hushing? Claim your identity with your chest.
this is not our trouble, right?
Best friends are listening at me. Should I tell?
Would you say for your child or children?
Would I say for my kids?
Yeah.
How old are they?
Whoa.
There's rules to this feminism game.
When he saw those tweets, I'm very sure he was like, let me write this.
So today's topic is internet friends are not your friends. They're not. So why do we think internet friends are not your friends? Which is kind of ironic because some people find love on Twitter.
What was that South London accent there? Oh.
Drag her. I
Because
support.
as a Nigerian,
Hey, why are you hushing? Claim your identity with your chest.
Do you get?
as a Nigerian, that's why my accent is all over the place. Okay, so let's not judge my accent, which actually is a good way to start this podcast.
But the South jumped.
Because
Hey.
that's where I grew up. You know, that's just where I grew up. Or do you want me to do it as Northerners accent? Like,
Yeah, do it Northern. Let's see. Let's
no,
hear
I'm
it.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Let's rate it.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, in today's courtroom of gossip and opinion,
Tell us.
I don't know if you guys have been seeing what's been happening on the internet with Miss Max or Amaka and Mr. John Doe. And what are your thoughts? So let's start with you, Mr. Ayo,
first
as
of
the
all,
man of the
I
table.
don't know why we started this podcast like as if it was a gist. It's a gist lover. This is gist lover. Is this gist lover.com?
Oh, it's Ninja PR.
What?
It's Yaba left.
I don't know why it became Instablog Niger.
No, please. We don't do that here.
All right, let me make it more sophisticated. So, do we think Nigerians envy things that are non-natural to them and money? So there's this thing that's happened on the internet a couple of, for the past 2 weeks now. So I'll say it's in 3 stages. First stage is that there was a throuple. Actually, first stage is that there were a couple of people that are meant to be a little bit liquid, quite liquid. Next stage is that there was a throuple. The third stage is that classed individuals are having conversations and other people are feeding into that conversation. That's why we are here today. So 24 hours ago, someone called Max accused John Doe of being a misogynistic butthurt. Allegedly, exactly. I mean, John Doe is sufficient enough. She's accused John Doe of being this misogynistic, dangerous individual. And then she's gone on to then say that he's very rude to his employees. He actually sleeps with his subordinates and he does a number of other things, right? Then she goes on to then start to say that he also stalks her with this burner account. And then it's like piled on list of all these things that have been happening. But if we take a step back from 24 hours ago, what has been happening for the last 2 weeks is that there was a fallout between 2 people, right? Between this person called Max and then another feminist, who I believe is part of like the feminist coalition.
Yeah. Okay.
So it started from there, and then it led up onto this moment. So the timeline is set like that, right? And so there was a fallout between those 2 people because Max said something, and this is very, very key to what has happened. Max got married to our partner who was in a throuple, like us. Now she getting married, she now has taken the name of that person, which was very important to this conversation, by the way. This all started, the breeze was blowing well in Nigerian Twitter. The sun was shining. The chicken was sounding like a chicken, right? Everything was good. Until when she tweeted that she took the name of her partner and then something happened.
Tell us.
Nobody in the feminist coalition supported it. And then someone then quoted it. This person and said, why is she talking like this? She believes this is how it should be. It's like she's overcompensating for taking that person's name. And it still points back into what? The ideals of. It triggered our anti-Max. And Max now is very angry. And then she starts to say, why am I getting attacked? Don't quote me. I told you not to quote me. There's so many, you see, there are so many angles to this. But the major issue is that someone felt like they had a family online who they've built some sort of cordial relationship, right? And it comes back to the conversation about family that we always talk about. People think they have this family online who's always talking with them, they're gisting, they share the same ideals, same views, same politics. Very important. And then one day you say something that you really, really care about, And they're like, it's not part of our politics, but this is what I want. But it's not part of our politics. And then you have a fallout. And then it becomes a situation where you feel like you are being ostracized. Max felt like she was being ostracized. Then she went on this rampage, like, don't do this again. You've commented on my profile before. So I'll let you guys talk. But that was where everything started from. She dragged Max for a couple of days, then went into Ezra. I don't know how she went into Ezra or why it became that she would go into Ezra, but that happened. Yeah. I know exactly what I feel about the situation. But that's where it started from.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ayo. That's as much airtime we'll give you for this feminist.
Yeah.
So no, I do agree with you because I think there's an important thing. And then also let me know, Sophie, your thoughts is when we talk about friendships, there are degrees of friendships. There are people who you are friends because you like the same thing. And it's very easy to then conflate that to friendship because what you said, Ayo, that was crucial was there's rules to this feminism game. I mean, people have different ways in which they practice their feminism. Yeah, because there are different ideologies that sit under the umbrella. Same way, there's Christians, but there's different denominations.
Yeah.
There are different interpretations of what that means to different people. So
Yeah, true.
thank you.
True,
So
true.
as I was saying, before I got interrupted by a man, is that in this feminism umbrella, there are different camps. And there are different ideologies and different interpretations. Now, I believe Max felt like they were her friends because they shared an ideology, but they were acquaintances at best. When we think about what a friend is someone that regardless, you guys can have different backgrounds, different thoughts, but you are able to tell them like, well, this is my low moment, or I did this, and they support you. But we don't support what our friends do. Let's be honest. But you still support because you're like, at the end of the day, this is your life. I've told you the pros and cons. Whatever you do, that's up to you. Now, going back to envy, it's a very key point. Because the man that we're talking about, or they, well, I don't know, because I've heard different stories. So I don't want to misgender anybody. The they that we are talking about at the moment has a lot of money because they sold their company. So money is involved. And I believe that in Nigeria, we have a culture of worshiping money. And it's just, I would say to Nigeria, global south, the more money you have, because a lot of people don't have, there's that kind of worshiping of, I can't wait to get money so I can do the oppressing. That's why a lot of people let things slide because it's like, me too, I want to oppress, which I believe is the Nigerian dream. Now, the envy is, she made a comment, and I'm not a gossiper. I just want to say that. But allegedly, what I saw, on the internet that Tesla guy bought was that somebody wanted to be part of a throuple but was rejected.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure if multiple people wanted to be part of the throuple. Because we're not talking about marriage here. I don't know if they are married, but if they are married, I don't know if it's alleged, but if they are married, there are some financial compensation depending on how she wants to go about this that can take place. So there's a little bit of, which actually surprises me because as a feminism, we all aspire to be the rich man and not to have a rich husband. So I wonder if there's even conflict in the ideology of the feminism that some people claim to preach, allegedly. And that's how I'm going to end. There are some innuendos in there for people.
Did you want to confuse me? Or because
what I'm basically trying to say is she was ostracized from this group, right? Because they didn't like that she took the person's last name. But these are the same group that have not come out to even support her when there have been some serious allegations going on. While some of the people in this group have also been accused of wanting to be part of a relationship structure that they were not allowed to join. Which, why are you angry that you couldn't join? And why did you want to join? Did you want to join because you genuinely felt like, this person is attractive? Or did you want to join because of the money? Now, allegedly.
I mean, two things can be right, though. It can be both.
yeah, so that's why for me personally, I'm like, I don't care why you want to join, right? I don't care, like, okay, you want to be part of the couple, like, I don't want the trouble, like, I don't care why you wanted to join. What's important is that, okay, if you join, you're good. You don't go and abuse someone in there. I don't care. For example, my values are sort of like, okay, it's fine that people actually want to marry for money. I don't care about that either, right?
Okay. Mine is so what are we actually trying to like establish here right now in this thing? Is it the fact that there are people who are envious of certain people's relationship and they might be trying to get involved in it, or there's also the part of like you think they might be joining because of money reasons and we don't want them to, or what's, I'm still confused. There's so many angles in this. What are we trying to figure out from this conversation?
So I don't even know if there's anything to figure out. Because let's keep it soft and light, because this is this is not our trouble, right? Genuinely, I don't think there's anything to pick up from there. What I do know is what I've observed is what I can speak on. At the end of the day, and this might be controversial, is don't clip me. So what I've observed is that I think there's envy when someone has money, for sure.
Yeah.
And there's envy. It's not just even just the envy about money. I don't know about the dynamics between those two, but I think there are a couple of things. Max is aggrieved because, the thing didn't turn out the way she wanted to. I think also there's also a weird dynamic of she coming to Nigeria and not understanding the context of Nigerians, because she said something, and I don't think a lot of people have really clocked it. She said that John Doe actually tried to set her up at the airport, which is a very, very serious accusation.
Yeah, that is.
Like, that became a thing where it's like, oh, really? That's bad, right? But set her up with who? By the authorities. You called, like,
Well, what really happened?
Yeah, like we all eat these things where we're in Nigeria, like it's not a thing where it's like, oh, this is we don't like, why are you calling? So it's a context that I think there's lost, and I think there's a little bit of like paranoia there. Number one. Number two is that the other person I wanted to join the polyco, I don't really care for that. It doesn't matter. She wanted to join, so okay. Why did you have to drag them? Why? Because they quoted your tweets. That was probably bad character. That's fair, but that's out of the question. The issue is that this person's tweet also was very interesting. It's insane to have that much amount of debauchery. Insane. It's too. This morning I woke up to something.
That is what we should be talking about. That is
it's too much. Too much.
The evidence is plenty.
It's plenty. It's plenty. This is what I want to say though. Do you remember the time when 2009? It was like these accounts like Caustic Bob. I don't know if you remember Caustic Bob. Search for Caustic Bob. Caustic actually made jokes about sleeping with their mom, cousins, and say something very, very nasty things like bestiality. But people were laughing at it. It was like Twitter's kind of edgy tweets then was shock value.
Yeah, that is the same thing I was telling somebody this morning. I'm like, back then on Twitter, the more outrageous and serious thing that you could say, the more engagement you would get.
Yes. So people and everybody was trying to be social media celebrities then.
Want to be celebrity overnight, yeah.
Right? So there's actually an account. If you go to the account today, you still see all the bestiality tweets. What?
It's wild, though. It is so wild. But then it's now this factor that, so how do we tell the ones that are actually true and what somebody's actually thinking in their mind versus when they're just going for vibes? And
I think that's the thing. I think we can never say. The only people that are able to say right now are the people that are close to this person.
True.
And if anybody can come out, that's literally what the situation is. And so like people around him or around this person have a responsibility of coming out so that everybody knows what the situation is. Because everybody's like that this person at John Doe has HIV. And I'm like, you guys know that if I have HIV, I'm not going to be tweeting about it.
I won't be telling them. Why am I telling the world about it?
Right?
That is the same thing.
Right? So it's like, are we intentionally? And that's what I said about the envy. And that's, for me, that's where the envy comes. It's like, when you have money, do people treat you a certain way because it's like they want something bad?
They want people to see you in that same light that they see you, and you're like, what can we make up today? But it is. It's just very, very, very. It's very sensitive because also the things that you're saying, obviously, it comes with the fact that how old was the person at that time as well. Like, has their brain developed so much that they already know, they were very conscious of what they were saying? Are they aware? Are they socially conscious? Because there are people who were, let's say, spewing maybe homophobic stuff or shit back then, let's say a decade ago. And over time, they have grown and they have evolved. And you won't find them saying that thing in 2025 again because of like being socially conscious. Yeah. So maybe, is it one of those things, maybe?
So you won't catch me tweeting that thing at 22.
No.
So like at 25, 26, you were grown. My star. Like, So I think there's a huge responsibility. By the way, I think he's been suspended from being CTO of the company. I was online till 6 a.m. I don't know what I was doing, but I checked my email and I saw that they was already suspended from Paystack, which is good by the company, even though I know it's a temporary suspension.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that it's going to be back. They don't replace CTO like that, right? So, okay, I think Steph is saying she has to go. All right, audience, Steph is going. We're going to write it out.
All right, let's do it. What do we? Let's just continue.
So
Let's see what.
to close out on this one, I think the major thing is if you catch someone tweeting like this and it's from 15 years ago, genuinely, it's like the Bible where at certain eras, it was okay for you to say that women shouldn't take certain positions in church. I'm not going to throw out everything in the Bible and say, okay, I'm not going to read the Bible because they said that. I'm going to say, what was the era?
Yeah.
And what was the context? And I know for sure those tweets looked like someone was being, what's the word? They call it shit posting.
Yeah, sure.
There were shit posts.
At all time, yeah.
There were shit posts. Like a human being cannot genuinely, sleep with a cat. It doesn't work. Like,
it doesn't work that way. That your mind doesn't even phantom that. Like, why would you even think about it in the first place?
I'm not even talking about what is the mind thinking. I'm thinking it's not possible because of the natural. Do you understand? It's not possible because the cat will literally die. The cat will literally die. So, and the people that have HIV don't also, and at that time, there was a lot of stigma on HIV. They would not tweet.
They would not come out publicly to be saying that they have it.
So it's just a lot of things that's like, okay, it was shit posting. But where do we go for this?
But where do you I don't want you cross the line between that and shit posting and
for me personally, I can say yes to shit posting, but I also think like it should sort of get hacked. Like it should feel something. There should be some sort of like like maybe like some kind of thing, like someone said that they should take away his national award.
what would that do?
But I definitely think that there should be a slap on the wrist.
There should, definitely. There should. Apart from the fact about the punishment and stuff, I think also maybe help. I don't know if anybody's even talking about it, but like actually getting some help. Because it's wild to just be sharing that. It's still wild. The thing about even the daughter and the mom thing as well. You see about the one about the 5-year-old or something?
Yeah, it was too much. I stopped reading.
And I'm like, yes, bro.
At some point, I think
people should be careful what they're sharing. Number one, I feel like we keep saying it that the internet never forgets. Well, people still joke and be putting up stuff online, but it's there. The fact remains that things that you share today will come back to haunt you, let's say 10, 15 years from now when you don't even remember.
I have no idea the way I was searching on my account.
What are we going to find?
Every keyword.
What are we going to find?
I was like, ChatGPT, tell me all the keywords that could then get me embarrassed in this week. Check it. Because that's the way it happens. I'm very sure that for human beings, we think that we have the best memory. I'm so sure he forgot that existed on his account.
Swear, I'm telling you, like no one would ever remember that.
When he saw those tweets, I'm very sure he was like, let me write it.
He's shocked in it. I'm like, no, it can't be me.
I'm not joking. I'm very sure that he saw, because think about it. Like if you go back your Twitter, I don't know if you go back your Twitter, but sometimes you see something that.
Is it me that I'm already when I type this? No. So I don't know.
Yeah. So that's.
I don't know how he's gonna come out from that.
Do you think you've changed? For the past 15 years?
Yeah. So what do you mean? I have. I feel like mentally, like the way my mind works, or the way I think, or the way I also maybe just see things or see people. So whenever I see people, I don't see them as like, okay, no, you're not. Obviously, like your upbringing also plays a role in certain things, right? You're growing up in Nigeria or in Port Harcourt, you have a specific mindset that you come up with, and also in the areas as well that you have lived over time, and then you come into a different space, like internationally, or you travel and all of that. So those things start shaping you. You start seeing people with like a different, maybe not like different lights, but you just start giving grace to certain things because you try to put yourself in their shoes at some maybe different scenarios, or something pops up and you're like, okay, what would I have done if I were maybe 13 years as they were? And I think just like taking things more lightly as well, and not just like some things are not really that deep, like people say. I definitely feel like, I mean, maybe not in heights, but like
I know. I think giving more grace and just like everything encapsulated by nuance.
True.
I think it's more or less we're able to then say it's not black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you're coming from. This is what you said. And I won't project on you based on me. I'm coming from and how I've grown up. So yes, so totally. Like I think that's a big one for me to like. I think I really am able to do a lot of nuancing.
No, okay.
So yeah, I agree with that. I do think that the things I've tweeted in the past 15 years ago, I can't tweet those kind of things now.
I can't tweet. Like back, maybe saying in like 15, 20 years ago, I probably was like also like a sim for some very little stupid things. And I'm like, whoa, how dare I? Me right now? Hell no way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I won't be caught doing that anymore. So so technically I can actually put myself in certain shoes, but not to the part of like saying those disgustful like ones. And I'm like, child.
I agree.
But yeah. For him, I don't know. For John Doe, I don't know how he's gonna come out of that, and hopefully.
Is that your final thought on that? Well, don't know how you're going to come out of that. That was your own final thought on it.
Wait. My final thought is that I have this a different perspective where I'm like, I'm just hoping that he sticks to the timeline. Like whatever he had said or whatever that person had said, let just be that it was on the timeline and no other person was like hurt, whether it's an animal, whether it's a person, whether it's like anything, that no action was actually carried. Because it would be worse when people start coming up and being like, something happened to me when I was working with this person at the office. That now makes things worse. I don't know.
Yeah, because because people are comparing.
But when it's shit posting, like you said, right?
Yeah.
It could be shit posting.
Yeah. Honestly, I've thought about that. My issue is just that it's not everybody is comfortable with coming out and accusing their. So I think that's the thing. So, and because of that, a lot of people are not going to give him grace.
Sure.
Because they know that okay, it might take time for other people to come around, and then talk. So I don't think a lot of people give him grace. I do think that people also not give him grace because he doesn't have money. But I also know Nigerians love money, so it's going to be an interesting. Honestly, like I'm very confused. I don't even know what's going to happen now. It's a very interesting society, Nigeria. Like, and I think the moment money is involved,
everything starts getting blurred.
It's blurred. It's blurred though. It's very blurred because he has money and he has the connection and he has the friendships that is built over time and the social currency is going to be so different from a typical person.
Yeah.
So very interesting to see how that will go. Very interesting.
I feel like even this conversation we're having feels rushed. Also, you know why? Because it was just from last night.
Yeah.
I feel like there has not been enough data points that would have, if we had waited till like next week for it to have resurfaced.
Yeah.
And matured enough so that we can like talk about it.
Which topic?
No, this one we're talking about, the John Doe and the.
There's a lot of context because it's been building up. That's why. 3 different stages.
But they all happen like within this week, no? Like November. Yeah, it was from yesterday, like his birthday. I mean, Instagram and TikTok and
I'll ask you 3 questions. Do you know there was number 1, do you know there was a space?
They held a Twitter space, yes.
Do you know there was another space where someone was crying?
No.
Someone's wife, mother of their child was on the space.
I don't understand. Why were they crying?
Crying for another man. Well, were they disappointed?
Did they have a share in Pista?
I don't know. Number 3 question is that do you know how many people came on those spaces? Over 250,000 listeners was on.
Yeah, were you on that space as well? You're not frozen, that's all.
So, okay, but genuinely, I was not on this. I was actually sleeping. I was enjoying myself this week.
Yeah.
I woke up and I just saw that she had done the space and she had gone offline. Over 200 people,
250K, yeah.
Listen to it. It was crazy, and there were 50,000 people on the space live. So like, there's too much context.
Okay.
Yeah, go online. You see, there's a lot.
I just saw so I don't know. There's this there's a screenshot that's from Uloma. Did you see the screenshot as well that Steph shared?
So, should I read it?
Yeah, let's read it. Let's dive.
So let me look at the first. So there's Uloma and then there's Ozzy. Which one should I read?
Uloma. Let's start with Uloma one.
So, all right. I've seen some of the resurfaced tweets. They are dark, disturbing, unacceptable, and the exact kind of behavior I've spoken against for years. Nothing about what has unfolded is trivial or entertaining. It has sat heavily with me. It has made my mouth bitter and my belly ache. Poetic. I believe in creating safer communities, and my stance has not changed. I've always opposed every form of rape culture in words, in behavior, and in the excuses people make for it. That commitment doesn't dissolve because someone I know is implicated. If anything, it strengthens my resolve. This period has also been a reminder for me, no friendship, no history, no sentiment outweighs my principles.
Bang, bang, bang.
I do not excuse or defend what I read. I do not align myself with it. I abhor it. I spit on it. Okay. I forbid it. My loyalty has always been to my values, and that does not shift based on public pressure or private relationships. I don't think it was a private relationship. I think it was a public relationship anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody knew about it. Why did they didn't make it public though? Yeah.
Okay, so that's Oloma. I just feel like, why are you writing why are you writing a PR? Why are you releasing PR? Why are you doing a PR release on just?
Because I feel like I think Ulama is part of the feminist coalition, right? So I feel like people they've been tagging her and they felt like maybe she's gonna side with somebody, the John Doe in this context or whoever it is. So trying to distance that I think is a good cause, because then you know that right now I'm not taking any sides on anything. I'm standing for my values, my principles. That will not change.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that in the background they might not be doing investigation and stuff. So
Yeah. I just feel like she's written. This is my opinion. I just feel like she's written. First of all, it feels like ChatGPT.
it could be. I mean, let's look at. We can't even dissect.
Honestly, I mean, I don't think it's ChatGPT.
I saw some of the signs. I'm like, let's ignore. Let's focus on the message.
Yeah, because I'm seeing the M dash there. By the way.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's really not said anything. By the way, I'm not going on Twitter, so I don't know what people think about this. I'm seeing it now, but I just feel like it's not said anything. I feel like a deeper conversation could have been had about this. This is not just, oh, I've seen the tweet. Oh, it's bad. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I rebuke it. I spit on it. Like, who's sending you that one? Of course, we should all spit on those kind of tweets. The conversation needs to be much more intellectual than that. And I know these people she has the ability, she has the range for a much more intellectual conversation than that.
Well, I think it's still coming down to the same thing of like, right now, it still feels too sudden or still feels too fresh to actually start weighing any like like a very, very, very robust, I don't know.
Yeah.
What would she do? Like, we hold a Twitter space, or what would she do right now, actually, to be fair?
What is lacking for you that doesn't make it feel robust?
No, maybe it's just the timeline that it's having. You know how everybody wants to like. Well, let me say, because I'm part of people that are jumping and saying,
because I don't think we need more information again. In fact, it's done.
yeah,
He closed.
okay.
He closed his account. He closed his
He
account,
just deactivated his account. Yeah.
which was a good thing because I'm like, thank God. I know there's worse on that account, and I can't imagine there's more coming. You know, so I'm just happy that let's just close that chapter. Like, I've seen enough. There's nothing to talk about. It was still,
If I don't think he has deactivated his Instagram, people went jump to it too.
yeah. Nigerians love gist, and I can imagine that they are looking for his LinkedIn and they're posting, but
They even found his burner accounts.
let's read what Ozzy says here. Let's read what Ozzy says.
Let me see if I can. Let me find that one.
Do you want to read that one?
Yeah, I can take that. So Ozzy says, no matter how many times you tag, troll, reach out to my family members, send journal requests, I have been very clear that I have nothing to do with Maki or Ezra's polycle and do not have this fabricated close personal relationship, which is what Maki opened me up to with her lies. I am just as shocked and horrified at his tweets as everyone else, and I know exactly what everyone else does at this point. I'm not in his inner circles. I have no intimate knowledge or spend time in intimate spaces, and Twitter banter does not change that. Please leave me alone. Witch hunting powerful feminists for entertainment downplays the seriousness of the situation and shows little regard for the weight of the danger of incel culture many women on this app stand vehemently against. There's no gotcha here. You all seriously need to get a grip.
I'm not satisfied with everything that's been said here, right? Though I do agree with the last statement there. It says, which hunting powerful feminists for entertainment downplays the seriousness of the situation. True.
Yeah.
Because I think it shows really little regard for the weight of the danger of incel culture. Many women on this app stand vehemently against, which is no gotcha there. You all seriously need to get a grip. It's true. I think on the other side, this is the way I'll think about it. And I think Ozzy has said the most important thing.
Yeah.
Uloma didn't say anything that is worthy of, that is worthy of, like, it's so
Yeah.
so what Ozzy has said here, in as much as I don't like her politics, but I agree with a lot of the things that she says, is that, look, the enemy here is not the feminists that were friends with this guy.
Yeah. True.
Right? It's very disappointing to have trusted someone and then this comes out about the person. The fact that he's implemented it or he's executed on these ideas or not is not our business. We don't know, right?
Yeah.
But the point is that even the tweets themselves was part of a culture that was very prevalent in those days. And it's actually true. Like the incel cultures of those days, like the Reddits, 4chan, I'm pretty sure that if I take like 50% of his tweets and I search, they'll pop up on 4chan. Like, I feel like many of his tweets were literally things that were lifted from Reddit. Like all those.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? All those weird platforms, right? So that's why I agree with what she said there. Honestly, people that are trying to say, oh, this is a gotcha moment for the feminists. Oh, you see now, because you thought you could trust a man because he's coming out as square, he's dressing a certain way. It's embarrassing for you to say that. And it's especially the Nigerian men that are saying that because like they want to use the opportunity to say, oh, can you say that all men are the same?
Yeah. Irrespective of the ones that are like trying to be queer or
like it's like, okay, what are we talking about here? So it's always disappointing. Nigerian men are disappointing, but that's the thing. I think I agree. I agree with what she said there. It's not a gotcha moment for the feminists that were his friends, even if they're not comfortable speaking. Again, it's not. They don't have the responsibility of always coming out to speak.
They can't speak very well. Yeah, it's not their job to like have to speak for at every moment or something like, oh, they have to like defend or not defend. It's not. But obviously, yeah,
they are not bots. They are not bots. Like they are. If this person was their friend, they have to process it.
They have to you have to take time to process it. Sure. Because it's different when it's somebody within, let's say, your own circle, a close friend of yours, or somebody who was a strong ally, and that is a very hard part to navigate, even because this is someone that has already shown you public support every single time. He has always like defended the community and all of that. So these guys that I really can't see how. I'm really curious to see how they're actually going to navigate this whole phase.
It's gonna be crazy.
It is going to be crazy because it would also shape a lot of conversations around feminism, not just Nigeria alone, but like globally as well.
You think? Whoa!
I think that as well.
You think this will have a global effect?
I feel like there'll be a lot of think pieces definitely around like feminism that maybe Nigerian women operate and the kind of feminism that is like globally, like maybe different races, white folks, black folks. I don't know. It's cool potentially. Like I'm not saying I read like as Me Too movement or anything that was going to be big like that, but it's tilting towards that. I don't know if it's tilting towards that direction.
Anyway, moving on from that.
Should I donate to my co-workers' divorce fund?
Are they close co-workers that they go to lunch with? We need all the details.
So I work in a large medical center. A manager in my department is going through a difficult divorce while caring for young children.
Okay.
She has been here more than 20 years and is well known to many. Though I've been in the department only a little while and don't know her well, still she has always been kind and willing to help when needed.
Yeah.
So recently, another staff member set up a GoFundMe on her behalf with her knowledge to raise money for the divorce-related fees.
Yeah.
The fundraiser has been promoted department-wide and I'm being solicited directly. While I sympathize with her hardship, asking colleagues to contribute to a legal expense for a personal matter feels inappropriate. The GoFundMe shows who donated and how much, though there's an option to give anonymously. Many colleagues have decided to use their names. If I abstain or donate anonymously, I worry that it will look as though I am unsupportive. If I give publicly, it feels like performance because a lot of the colleagues are contributing large whatever amounts. If the fundraiser has to happen, it would have been better if all donations were anonymous. Now, I'm financially able, though, to contribute. The problem is the whole awkwardness. And yeah, I do of being in this situation and the concern that whatever I do might be held against me later. Yeah. I don't know about that.
So
Yeah.
on this podcast, we have a relationship expert. Her name is Sophie.
What the
She can tell us about, she can give us a perfect answer as to what this person should do in this situation.
Disclaimer, I am no relationship expert. Take everything I say here with a grain of salt, okay? Don't even take any advice from me. But what should they do? Should they donate to a co-workers divorce fund? I don't understand. For wedding, I get. And that is also if like are you my direct colleague? Have I known you for a long time?
I think those are my criteria. First of all, if it's a man, okay. If it was a Nigerian woman, I'm very sure she's not contributing to no man's divorce this thing. I'm very sure. So let's be clear that that's not going to happen. Let's not act like that's not gonna. But I'm just saying that was a joke. I think for me, it depends on how close we. I won't give you because you're my coworker for sure. It'll be mostly maybe my friend.
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
I don't understand. Like, why are you putting me under that kind of pressure? If you don't have the money to divorce yet, why are you divorcing? Wait until when you have the funds to be able to like afford your lawyer. And I'm sure there are pro bono lawyers that might even support you for your cause. And like,
so that's the thing. Did she say specifically that she will not need to do this because she needs to hire a lawyer?
It doesn't give like more context into like, but the whole idea is that she wants to get legal, I don't know, representation for the divorce. I'm sorry, I don't know. This is between you and your family and your.
You know what's so funny about this conversation? When I first thought about it, it felt to me like she was throwing a party to fundraise. I don't know why that came to my mind, but it's such a weird way to think about it. But then I'm like, oh wait, but what if anybody that's asking for this kind of money most likely would not be outlandish about it? And
Yeah.
it would be like, what if she's in a bad situation and there's domestic happening
Okay.
and she needed to escape?
Yeah.
Right? Like, would I not even do more than donate and ask other people?
Yeah. So in that context, now that's I also thought about that. I was like, if there are cases where like we've seen, let's say, I'm not saying that there could be, we need to see physical evidence like a bruised face or anything, but if we've heard, let's say, rumors or something that, oh, she's having a bad time with the marriage and she needs to get out as soon as possible, all of that, maybe I wouldn't really hesitate to like do it. But let's say you're a new couple that is like, let me say 5 years, I don't know, a year or two, and you're divorced. I'm like, I'm sorry, why?
Why did you say 3 years?
I mean,
person of a chomp punch between the 2 years.
So okay, maybe I didn't phrase that properly. I'm like, wait, you just you got into the relationship, then go out. You don't have to be officially divorced, right? You can just run away first, and at the same time get to safety first. Get to safety first and deal with the legal entity and every other thing later.
I get what you mean. Like that you've not put too much into the marriage. You can
easily run away.
Fair enough. I get what you're saying. Yeah. I think the first thing is, okay, I know what I'll do. I will check my bank account. I'll make sure this is money I can actually let go of as a financially responsible person. I'll check my bank account. Because at the end of the day, these are adults and they have to do with their thing, right? So I'll check my bank account. If my bank account says, yes, you can do this, which most likely it will not say. But if I say, yes, you can do this, then I'll go ahead. Then I'll say, okay, who is this person? Are they a man or a woman? I know the gender I will pay for. I know the gender I'll not pay for. I won't say it on this podcast. So let's carry on.
For me, I'm not even donated to the man. It's only the woman I was really thinking about because I feel like that's the one that's my colleague. Yes.
Okay, you said it. Me, I'm not going to say it, but I know who I'm going to donate to. I'll donate to. So now, moving on from that, the other conversation is, at the end of the day, if I can sense an idea of maybe there's violence, sure, I will also. Anything apart from that, I'm out. Like, I just feel like it's like right off the bar, like you have to be my friend if I'm going to donate. Otherwise, then I'll go through all that criteria for you.
Okay, so apart from those checks now, because it's also okay. I mean, that simply like answers the question because the person was wondering like, okay, should they also donate anonymously or should they also like donate like put their name? But at the same time, if you go through those criteria and those checks, it means that you already said, okay, I'm going to donate either publicly already with my name because I can, I guess. But
if this is Now, wow. Let me think about it. What's the worst that can happen if you donate it publicly? I mean, put your name.
I mean, it feels like, oh yeah, you're publicly supporting your colleague. Everybody sees that you're a good colleague or donator, and maybe you might even have like an appraisal, or they might give you promotion.
This question sounds like a Reddit. It sounds like a Reddit question. What website are you seeing this shit on?
No, it's on New York Times.
It sounds like a Reddit because there's so many ifs and buts. Like it's such an adult question.
Well, the first thing that came to my head was like,
We've
well,
grown up so much, and then we are thinking about how we should contribute to our friend that is divorcing or our colleague.
my
This
first
is
reaction was
grown-up
like,
stuff.
why am I doing that in the first place? I need to like ask why, first of all, who is this person, co-worker in the first place? That was my first reaction. But obviously, like with time, I would sit back and try to understand the context of what this
Yeah.
divorce actually means. Like if there's like an abuse,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, because it's too much of an adult conversation. Like I'm too young for this. I'm too young for this. Like it's too much. It's so adult.
Oh
Like
my
the decisions I
god.
want to make are like, this one, we are buying a house, we're moving to a house. This one is too adult. Divorce.
Okay.
But
Alright.
I would only really just put that money into the person if I think there's DV or I think that
Yeah.
they're my friend, honestly.
Yeah. I think that's probably what I would do as well. Yeah. Not.
Are you against divorce, by the way?
Am I against divorce? No. I feel like I think it's one of those things I have, like, also one of those things that I have grown to understand that things are not always what they seem. Like things are not usually just black and white.
Yeah.
And the fact that you started something doesn't mean that you should
End
it's going to end it. You should end it. But I'm the believer of like working things through, or I think people should also like try to like work things through. And the thing with our age, or with people of our age or this era, is that people are quick to like let go easily and be like,
Yeah.
you know what, there's another option out there for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna dump it and move on.
Yeah. I mean, because I've always been on the side of like always keep your optionalities. Right.
Okay.
I think because I feel like, okay, you should always sort of like you control your destiny.
Uh-huh.
And so like if you believe that you control your destiny, then you should always think about, okay, I would always have options, right? So when it comes to divorce, I don't think it's about just options also. I think it's also about privilege also.
Okay.
I think on divorce, it's about optionality, yes.
Yeah.
If you believe that, okay, you're going to have options, yes. But there's also privilege. Like some people are not able to leave the places they are because
Of course, yeah.
financial situation, the children, right? Some people's principle is not that, oh, we must not divorce. It's that if we divorce, it's going to affect the life of the children. So should we stay together because of that?
I mean, those are things that you always like still have to like
Would
factor when.
would you stay for your child or children?
Would I say for my kids?
Yeah.
How old are they? I
Whoa.
don't know. Those are questions that I would ask.
You
That's
mean
if I even want to
13-year-old?
have kids.
Okay, 13.
13. Interesting. If I were going to have kids, maybe I'll wait until they are 17.
They are so finished. They are so finished.
After 18, they're an adult. You can find for yourself.
Okay, so by 18, you're good. You're out of there.
Yeah, but I feel like it will be one of those things where like I'll like try to figure out something. Not like I would like detach completely from the person, where that I will start maybe making ways for like a co-parenting, shifting. So in those years when I'm waiting for them to turn an adult,
Yeah.
I have been trying to put things in place.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe we can start shifting into like, I don't know, a few times everybody having a different apartment. Because if I was, I don't know, when we keep using the negative influence, like the DV and all of that as examples, but if there was something that was worse, obviously I wouldn't still want to be in the same like house with them. But I also want to protect them as well, right?
Yeah.
And still give them the fact that they can still see their, I don't know, their dad or whatever.
Oh no, I agree.
So,
I think I agree with that because you're in immediate danger with someone that is an alcoholic or someone, so you're an immediate, and there's a thing where it's like a lot of people are not good partners, but they might be good parents or good
exactly.
mothers to their kids, but they're not partners to you, which is like okay, everybody's seeing the children smiling, but they're
you're seeing the one dealing with.
They are chopping punch every day.
And then you'll not be like, your kids will not be wondering that. What?
Right. So for me, I don't think the age matters that much because if I die, the child will still end up.
They'll be there. Yeah.
Or they will have to deal with a parent that has trauma of living through that for them.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my own this thing.
Yeah.
What's the other one on the list, Pico?
The other one is there's one about best friends affair eating at me. Should I report? Should I tell?
Oh, I have an idea about that one. We can talk about that one at the end. Tell me your own idea first, and let me know if it links with my own.
Best friends affair eating at me. Should I tell? I don't know. I feel like if you're my best friend and you're cheating, I don't know why we are still friends. First of all, because I don't understand. I know I can't be friends with cheaters.
Fair point.
Because my friend get moved out. If you tell me, okay, this happened once, it was a mistake, something, I'll be like, okay, end the relationship, right?
Yeah.
If you go more than once or twice, it means that you're disrespecting me also as a friend because I've given you my own counsel and you're like not taking it seriously. It means that we can't be friends.
Yeah.
But I won't go out of my way to go and tell the other person because I feel like it's not my place to tell you. The person should figure out on their own. They should find it out. I don't know, however they want to find it.
I agree. I can see where I think I'm strict because once I realize that you're doing those kind of things, I sort of would decide very soon that this relationship won't be guys anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So and I'll have a deadline for you. I think that's the way honestly, I'll have it.
It was that timeline.
Yeah. And you won't know my timeline for sure. But like, I'll just tell you, and then it's up to me to then decide, okay, what's the timeline? If I don't see anything changing, you're gone. So that's my own mentality about it. So I think we agree on that one.
Yeah.
The one that is very specific though is that I would actually go a step further. After you've passed that deadline, I will actually go a step further and go write an anonymous email with evidence and tell your partner.
But then your friend will know that you're the one that said it, no? Because you're the only one that they probably told. So where would the anonymous email tip come from?
It's evidence.
No. So once the person, let's say their partner finds out,
you don't get evidence.
So that I'm saying with the evidence now, as I'm saying, it means that your friend will know that you ratted them out.
What kind of evidence do you think will be there?
Chats, I don't know, voice call.
Which calls? With me? Am I foolish? With me?
No. So let's say your friend sends you screenshots of like, I don't know, that what they did, or something. And maybe you have stored
use those same screenshots. What do you take me for? What's that?
Oh yeah, you tell me what is your what kind of evidence are you gonna share with them?
I will just follow them to an hotel, figure out where I can get the evidence of him actually doing the thing. Where
would your friend tell you the hotel that they're going to?
I don't know. I'll find a way to find out because we are guys, right? Or we are friends. So I will do my side quest. I will not do anything until I have that evidence.
Okay, fair.
But I will find that evidence and then I'll share it with them.
But what is your business? Why are you in your friend's business?
So by the way, it's a joke, but it's just for the fun of it. Because I may not have the time. But the thing is, if I do have the time, if I just feel like, okay, like the evidence comes to me easily. If the evidence comes to me easily, or I can just like, okay. What's my business? I feel like I'm anonymous, right? Why not give her that information and she can decide what she wants to do with that information? Or he can decide what he wants to do with that information. Because at the end of the
And then you put your friend in harm's way.
What's the harm's way?
What if when the evidence comes, that the person just goes, shoots their friend, was like, you cheated on me?
You know what's so funny? Okay, that's a very good point though. This is how I'll say it. I'll look at the gender that I'm giving this information about.
Okay.
If it's the gender that commits crime of homicide, based on what the data says, to their partners after they discover sexual deviance, I will not give them that information.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's fair.
Right?
Fair.
Because again, we know that, okay, for one gender, it's mostly not going to end up in. But for the other gender, if you're in certain specific places like South Africa, or like countries that are known for homicide, based on, okay, someone is cheating on one other person on the other, I would not do it. It's just irresponsible, right? But I think people deserve information. Like, you deserve to know. Like, why not? I'll do it. I'll just do it as a side quest if the information is easy to come by and I can get that information quite easily and send the evidence. But it's a running joke that I do. Like, I actually had this conversation that if I was able to, I will. Like, I will tell. And I will find the most anonymous accounts. You will not find me. So
yeah, I mean, I just know that I will not just be an enabler of bad behavior. I'm sorry, I don't know you. I mean, I know you, to tell you that, okay, this is what you're doing is right. I will call you out, and I also take that whole thing about timeline of our friendship. You will not know the time I will start like moving away from that friendship totally. And yeah, it's just
I agree. The deadline is the most important one for me personally.
yep,
Just like
yep.
I'm out of here. But what's so funny is that people have actually stopped being friends with me because they've thought that someone I was friends with was sexually irresponsible. Like I've lost like a couple of friendships because of that. And I was like, why did we stop talking? Didn't know I'm chumming up to them. And they're like, oh, it's because this other person that you are friends with,
yeah.
they did this thing to me, and birds of the same feather flock together. I'm like, that's not my own bird now. Like, but genuinely, I've had 3 of those kind of conversations. I'm not even joking because of that. Like, so you know, I just realized this person has stopped talking to me, and I'm like, okay, what happened? I mean, I will ask. I always ask. And they'll be like, hey, well, it's because of this particular thing. And the worst one will be maybe you intro them together.
Okay.
So maybe they have a girlfriend and you not intro them to a friend, and then they start hitting on that other person. It's that wait, that person was hitting on me. You introduced me to them, and they have a girlfriend or something. You know, something like that. So okay, sorry, I did that. You know, but it's happened. It's happened a couple of times. Like especially living in Lagos, those kind of things happen.
That is another conversation.
Living in Lagos is such a weird, like that thing happens all the time. So I have that experience. Otherwise, I would deadline for sure. Anyway,
final take before we sign out.
I don't think I'm done. I'm exhausted. I want to go to my house.
Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, so let us know you're in the comments if you're listening. What would you do? Would you tell your friend, or would you tell a friend? Would you hold your friend accountable first of all, and would you tell their partner, or would you just be like, yeah, I'm out. This friendship is not working. I'm also not telling the partner. We're good. Let us know. Any last words?
Let us know. I think if you have other techniques of finding evidence to catch your partner, please let me know. Like that's my spiel right now. I need what are the ways you've done it? If you have any way you've done espionage,
oh my god.
Let's know in the comment section there. Spotify allows us you to drop a comment. You can send us an email. What's our email, by the way?
Yeah, we are shamelessaspirants at gmail.com. You can send us stuff on there, your confession takes, what you think. If you want us to give us some feedback as well, please do.
Yep, we've come to the end of the episode. Let us know. Boy.